Welcome, namaste. We have been doing a little bit more of a formal practice over the past 6 weeks, and girl, I tell you, I'm ready to have some fun. I just want to flow. So, tonight we're going to be doing a vinyasa practice, but it will be punctuated with long holds, some deep stretches. Um, so, join in as you feel comfortable, and remember, it's actually your practice 100% of the time. I'm here guiding you, but please listen to your body and do what feels right, comfortable, and joyful for you. Have your belt handy, and I would like to invite you to start lying down on the floor tonight. So we'll lay on our back. I'm going to stay seated because I'm going to be guiding you, but get comfortable laying on your back. And just start to feel the earth beneath you and allow your body to just soften into the earth, feeling everything getting nice and heavy. Noticing your natural breathing pattern, not making any judgments or changes at this time, just simply noticing your breath. Knowing that it's a reflection of what's going on internally for you. So if it's feeling a little bit rushed, a little bit impatient, that's completely okay. Just observing that and making a mental note for yourself. And then starting to slow down your breath. Inhaling and exhaling, filling your lungs and emptying them. And if you do feel like you need to slow down a little, or you need to let go of some stress, just get into your body and ground it. Just lengthening your exhales a little, focusing on a slow, long exhale. And taking 2 more breaths in this way. Now we'll move straight into some Gauranga breathing. Exhaling completely. Taking a breath in. And say the sound. Gauranga. Inhale. Gauranga. Continuing on. Gauranga. Gauranga. One last time. Gauranga. Coming back to your regular breathing pattern. Taking a short, quiet moment here to set an intention for your practice today. Something that you need to cultivate. Or it might be something physical. My intention for our practice tonight is that we are somewhere else for an hour and that we have fun, we let go, even if we're challenged. It's just all good. All right, opening your eyes, grabbing your belt, and we'll take the middle of your belt around the sole of your right foot, extending your right leg up into the air. We'll start with the left leg bent with the sole of your foot on the floor. Holding one side of the belt in each hand. And if you're feeling a little bit stiff, feel free to just hang here for a little bit with some small movements. And then whenever you're ready, progressing into drawing the leg in and releasing out. Drawing in and releasing out. I have to be honest, I find both ways of using the breath in this pose to be helpful. To inhale and feel that lengthening through the back of your leg sometimes feels good. And exhale out. But also inhaling, then exhaling to draw in, softening and lengthening through the back of the leg also feels really good. So play around with it and choose an option that feels most comfortable for you. And just moving with your breath. Engaging firmly through the thigh, helping to release through the hamstrings. And you can linger a little in the hold as well, drawing your leg in, staying there and breathing for a little while. And if you're feeling comfortable enough, you can explore extending the left leg, flexing the left toes back toward you and keeping that supporting leg nice and switched on as you continue to stretch through the right leg. Shoulders down away from your ears and soft in your face. And if you haven't been holding already, we'll do one more repetition, holding the leg in, breathing naturally. Slowly release. Bringing your leg back to center, so parallel to the floor. Holding your belt, both sides in the right hand. And we'll take our left hand to rest on the front of holding the belt in the right hand, taking the left hand in front of the right hip. So this left hand is going to help to keep that left hip pressing down as we carefully lower our right leg out to the side. And you've got your arm strength drawing against the belt to help you suspend your leg in the air, and that's what's giving you control over how far you lower it. So you can completely take your time, bending your elbow as well. You can bring your elbow to the floor to suspend your leg in the air. And then you may then slowly start to release a little deeper, a little further. And from there, you can either keep holding the belt, walking your hand down the belt, or you might be able to reach for your big toe, in which case you can wrap your first 2 fingers around your big toe. And then keep that left hip pressing down. Left toes flex back toward you. And just relaxing into the hip opener, shoulders down away from your ears. Keep breathing. One more breath here. Now either drawing against your belt or drawing against your toe as you gently engage through the belly, drawing in through the belly and lifting your leg back to center. And we'll take hold of the belt in the left hand now. And bring your right thumb right into the crease of your right hip so it sits between the flesh of your top of your thigh and your hip crease, or it like kind of sits right in there. And we're going to do the same thing with this left arm, using it as control. So the supporting leg is straight, and there's two ways you can do this stretch. If you go completely just staying on track, taking the leg over, you'll feel quite an intense stretch through your leg quite quickly. Or you can lower the leg an inch or two and then take the leg across, in which case you won't feel the stretch in the same way, but it still gives a really nice hip stretch. So again, just have a go at doing both and see which one feels like it's going to be a good fit for you. And then just breathing, we'll hold here for 5 breaths. And that thumb in the hip crease, if you press up with the thumb, it can help to just shift away some of your thigh flesh so that you can lower a little deeper into the pose. Let's do one more breath here. And slowly come back to center. Taking hold of the belt in both hands again. And we'll draw the leg in, holding here for a few breaths. So really giving the hips and backs of the legs a nice stretch to begin our practice. As you hold the leg in, every time you exhale, see if you can draw in just a little more, moving deeper into the stretch. Last breath. Keep the leg up in the air as you lower your belt over to the side, moving it to the left. We'll bend through the right knee, bringing that knee in toward the armpit and take hold of the sole of the foot. So you're in a half happy baby position. And from here, just taking hold of the foot, either with one hand or both hands if you can, and gently encouraging it down toward the floor. So your knee sliding down toward the floor, maybe in contact with the floor. Keeping this left leg active. One more breath here. And release, sending the sole of your foot up into the air. Both hands down by your sides, gently drawing in through your navel as you lower your leg down toward the floor, slowly, 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 and really indulge in that feeling of your leg kind of floating through space. And then lower it to the floor. Relax your legs completely, allowing your feet to fall out to the sides. Close your eyes for a breath. Seeing if you can feel the difference of pranic flow through the right leg versus your left leg. And then we'll take it over to the left side now, bending both feet to the floor. Bending both knees, feet to the floor, and then taking the middle of your belt around the sole of your left foot, taking that leg up into the air. Holding the belt one side with each hand. And then begin to slowly draw in and out. So your body's just going to soften in its own time. And the more you relax, and the more you give it consistent, thoughtful movements, no jerky reactions, you're not rushing, you're not stiffening, you're not reacting as you draw your leg in, just easing in and easing out. You'll feel that gradually, every time you draw in your leg, you're able to move it in a little bit further. So you're just allowing that stretch reflex, allowing your nervous system to respond. There's no force, building that trust with your body. And we'll take the leg in and hold it in for a few breaths. One more breath here. So I forgot to straighten my supporting leg. And come back to center. Now taking hold of both sides of the belt in the left hand. Taking your right hand to the front of your right hip. And when you're ready, carefully lower your leg out to the left. Using a bent arm and upper arm and forearm as support if needed. And then you might find that you can gradually go a little deeper. I'm going to remove my belt and hold onto the toes. And keep gently pressing down on that right hip, just enough so you've got some proprioceptive awareness there. Trying to keep your hips as neutral as possible. Keep breathing naturally. One more breath here. Slowly bringing that leg back up to center. Taking the belt around the leg again. Holding the belt with the right hand. Bringing the left thumb into the left hip crease. And begin to take your leg across. And again, just on this side as well, experience both dropping your leg down a little and also having your leg moving from a parallel position. Going from an absolute parallel position and across absolutely kills me. The tension is delightfully unbearable. One more breath here. And lift back to center. Taking hold of one side of the belt in each hand, let's come back to drawing the leg in, and we'll hold the leg in for 5 breaths. Keeping your leg up, taking your belt out to the side, bending through the left knee, taking hold of your foot and drawing your knee down toward your armpit, toward the floor, not expecting to have the exact same experience on both sides. Sometimes one hip is tighter than the other, or hamstrings or groins. So just moving with awareness and listening to your body. Beautiful. Taking your leg up into the air. Gently engage through your core, so navel drawing in, and then float, float, float. Lowering your leg down toward the floor. And then relax completely. Allowing your feet to fall out to the sides, turn your palms up. And we'll take 3 full breaths in a mini Shavasana. Beautiful. Engaging through your core to draw your knees up toward your chest, hugging your knees in and giving them a little squeeze, taking some small circles with your knees, massaging into your sacrum, and back in the opposite direction. Nice. Now we'll cross our ankles and rock ourselves up to sit. We're going to find our way up to the top of the mat. So however you want to gracefully get there, please go ahead. All right. After all that relaxing and grounding, we're not skipping salutes, so buckle up. Alrighties. Standing at the top of your mat, getting grounded through your feet, lengthening through your spine and reaching into the crown of your head, softening into your belly, and take a breath. Let's begin. Inhale, reaching the arms up, palms together. Exhale, folding forward, hands to the earth or to your shins. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Jump or step back into plank. Lower down. Inhale into upward dog or cobra. Exhale, lifting back into downward dog. Taking a couple of breaths to just feel your way into downward dog. Spreading your fingers and thumbs wide, pressing the floor away, elongating your spine. And lengthening your heels down toward the floor, maybe bending through the knees a little to prioritize a long spine. 2 more breaths here. Exhale completely and jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale, arms by your sides. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back. Plank and lower down. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. One. 2. 3. Exhale completely and jump or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your sides. 1 more round. Inhale, reaching up, looking to your thumbs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Jump or step back into plank. Lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. Exhale completely, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your sides. All right, so let's move through a flow now. Feel free to not vinyasa from pose to pose. Take breaks as needed. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back. Lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands, bending through the front knee, coming up into high lunge. Raising the arms up, keeping the shoulders stacked above the hips. A nice pressing back into your back heel. Lowering down into that front thigh, trying to stack your front knee over your ankle. Gently drawing your navel in. Keep breathing as you hold. 2 more breaths here. Okay, we're going to go on a little journey here. So inhale, shifting your weight forward over your front leg, dragging your back toe along your mat. Take your hands by your sides to start. We're going to move up into Warrior 3, so flexing strongly through that back foot as you raise your leg up into the air. Gently contracting through your hips to create a nice lock there for stability. And then tilting your weight forward, and if you feel able to, reaching your arms out in front. So you've got a 2-way reach into your fingertips, reaching back into your heel. And then exhale, lowering your fingertips to the floor and raising that back leg up. What is a standing split, but mine never looks like a split, so but we're taking that leg up as far as we can, holding onto the back of your right ankle. So the more you draw into your thigh with your torso, you'll feel a little bit more space to lift up through that back leg. Left hand is on the floor for support. And exhale, both hands to the floor, navel drawing in, bending through your right knee. We're going to drop that left knee to the outside of our right foot, coming down into a seated spinal twist. All right, lift and lengthen. And then rotating around to the right, placing your right hand behind you, and either your hand to your knee or your left elbow to the outside of your knee, opening up through your palm. Softening through your belly, taking your time here. And release. We're going to put our palms together, shift our weight forward. So your foot and your front knee and shin, your right foot and your left knee and shin are in contact with the floor as you lift your hips up. And palms together, you're just going to come up to standing, finding yourself at the front of your mat again. All right, let's do the other side. Exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back. And lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale. Lift back into downward dog. Inhaling, step your left foot in between your hands. Coming up into high lunge. Lengthening back into your back heel, stack your shoulders above your hips. Inhale to raise your arms up, setting your shoulders down away from your ears. Gently engaging through your hips and drawing in through your belly. Settling into your breath. One more breath here. All right, let's start shifting our weight forward to come into Warrior 3. So lowering your arms down by your sides and shifting your shoulders forward, big toes still on the floor, and then begin to fold forward as you take the back leg up, flexing your back foot. And if you feel ready or able to, taking your arms out. You can bring a soft bend into that standing knee as well for more stability. Navel drawing in, hips are drawing in toward each other. Keep breathing. And exhaling. Lower your hands to the floor. Take a breath and exhale. Start drawing your torso in toward your standing leg as you take your back leg up as far as feels comfortable. Holding the left hand around the back of the left ankle. And inhale. And exhale, both hands to the floor. Softly bend through the left leg. Bend through the right leg, placing that lower leg down to the floor, and then hips to the floor. Lift and lengthen through your spine, turning to look to the left, taking your hand or your elbow to the outside of your left knee. Nice. All right, let's slowly unravel. Palms come together, shifting your weight forward, rolling onto that shin, and then carefully lifting yourself up to stand at the top of your mat. And arms by your sides. Step your feet hip distance apart, softly bend through your knees. We're going to take a relaxed, restorative, hanging forward fold. Folding forward at the hips, bending through the knees, bringing your belly to your thighs and turning your palms up. And letting your head hang heavy. And gently sway from side to side. And then come back to center. If you'd like to straighten your legs, you can just go into a relaxed hanging forward fold, cradling your elbows in your hands. Just letting your upper body be nice and heavy. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Softly bend through your knees. Release your hands. Roll up one vertebra at a time. All right, we'll go through one more wave and then we'll make our way down to the floor. Standing with your feet together. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Jump a step back into plank. Lower down. Inhaling up. Exhale. Lift back into downward dog. Take a breath. We're going to go into a hip opener and into Wild Thing. So if you're not sure what that is, feel free to watch me go through it first. We'll do this on each side. So we'll go inhale, raise the right leg up, and then we'll roll the right hip open. So nice and stretchy through the hips, the back of the leg. Your shoulders are open, bending through the right knee. And then here's where you can kind of shift your weight forward if you like really make sure you've got good control of your upper body. We're not falling into this pose. Bending through the knee, and then start to take your right toes over to the left toward the floor. So a little bend through the left knee helps to bring your toe closer to the floor, and then you can reach and can't do it in slow-mo. Toes to the floor and then open up. And come back to center. Lower that foot to the floor. Take a breath. I gotta move to the side so I don't end up going a foot through the wall. Inhale the left leg up. And roll the hip open. Nice and open through the chest and shoulders. Bending through the knee and then starting to work the toes toward the floor, softly bending through the right leg, releasing the left hand, and little trust fall there, opening up, toe to the floor. And swiveling back around, coming back into downward dog. Take a breath. We'll bring our knees to the floor. Big toes together and knees out wide, coming into a nice relaxed child's pose. If you'd like to, you can thread your arms through and fold. Staying here for 2 breaths. One more breath here. Press yourself up, come to sit on your heels, and step the right foot forward. Lunge position to begin, and we'll make our way down to pigeon. So as we're starting to wind down now, if you feel like you need to spend more time in pigeon, feel free to skip ahead and go there. We'll spend 5 breaths in lunge position, and then I'm going to start instructing less now so that you guys can start to go a little bit more inward and cool off a bit as well. I'm a little bit sweaty. Raising the arms up. As you raise your arms up, see if you can send your hips down and slightly forward, and take your arms back. Transitioning to pigeon now, bringing your hands to the floor, walking your right foot across so it's in front of your left hip. Lower your knee and your hips to the floor. And come down onto your forearms, or completely forward in sleeping pigeon, or forward over a bolster. Settling in for 5 full breaths. Seeing if you can let go a little more with every outward breath. And begin to press yourself up. And you can take it back into a downward dog if you like, or just go back into a cat or tabletop position. And step your left foot forward this time. Holding and taking the arms up. Allowing the hips to soften and drop down toward the earth as you reach the arms up. Fingertips reaching for the sky. Beautiful. Releasing now into pigeon. Hands to the floor. Walk your foot over to the front of the right hip. Lower your knee and hips to the floor. And come forward. One last breath. And then begin to make your way back onto all fours or downward dog. And then find your way into a seated position. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out to the sides. Taking hold of your feet. Lift through your spine as you press your knees down toward the floor, and then folding forward, dropping your elbows to the insides of your legs, gently encouraging your knees down. And release. Coming up, bring your knees together and give your legs a little hug. We'll come down onto our back and we'll go through wheel and then option to go into a short plow pose. I'm not going to go into a full plow. I'm going to specifically work on this upper area of my neck and shoulders that gets very, very tight. I can feel the fascia just always feels really tight. So my main objective is not so much about a pose or a technique, but targeting that area. And I find, I'm giving you these details in case you want to explore something similar, that just bringing my hips above my shoulders and letting my legs dangle a little with bent knees and rocking a little from side to side is just the most incredible release. So if I look funny, that is what I'm doing. Let's go from bridge first though. So soles of your feet to the floor, knees bent. Walk your heels in nice and close toward your hips. Turning your palms down, tuck your tailbone and start to lift up. Lifting your spine off the floor, one vertebra at a time. Begin to walk your hands in, walking your shoulders in toward each other, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then continue pressing down into your forearms with your hands clasped. Lifting your hips, lift through your sternum, feeling your chest moving toward your chin. Now bringing your hands to your lower back with the heels of your hands in toward your kidneys and your fingers down toward your hips, or your glutes. Navel drawing in. Raise the right leg up and give yourself a little kick over. And taking the legs over into plow. And keep breathing naturally. Really being patient with your breath. Losing sense of time and space and just being completely absorbed in your breath. Releasing out whenever you like. I'm just going to go the easy way out tonight, which is hands to your lower back and then carefully lower your spine to the floor, one vertebra at a time. And then slowly lower your legs to the floor. And turn your palms up. And we'll just gently rock our neck, rock our head from side to side, softening through your neck. And bringing your knees in toward your chest again, hugging your knees in. This time lifting your forehead up toward your knees. Taking the neck and the spine in the opposite direction. Bring it back. We're going to go into a fish, but we'll have our knees bent so it's a little bit more gentle. So feet to the floor, taking your hands, palms down underneath your hips. Forearms to the floor. Inhale, lift. You can do a little baby half fish and just stay here if you like, opening up through the throat, or lift up and lower the crown of your head to the floor. Two more breaths here. Release. Carefully bringing your neck back to neutral. Release your hands and straighten out through your legs. Take a breath. And if there are any stretches or poses that your body is still craving, please go ahead and make that time to nurture your body in whatever way it needs. And then whenever you're ready, making yourself comfortable for Shavasana. Getting nice and comfortable, laying on your back, turning your palms up, allowing your feet to fall out to the sides. Quietly observing how your mind and body feel after your practice. Sometimes we don't need to put words to it. You're in that nice relaxed state, but definitely observing and connecting with how freeing and wonderful and relaxing our practice can make us feel is a really nice affirmation to keep us motivated to keep coming back to our mats. Feeling your entire body getting heavier and heavier. Feeling as if it's merging with the floor beneath you. And feeling the entire front of your body as if it's getting lighter and lighter, floating upwards into the sky above you. And taking your awareness all the way down to the soles of your feet. Relax your toes, from your big toes to your little toes. relax the soles of your feet from your inner arches, your outer arches, from the balls of your feet down to your heels. And relax into your ankles. Relax and soften into your calf muscles. Your knees are soft and relaxed from the joints to all the surrounding tissues. Soften into your thighs. Soften into your hips. And feeling both of your legs to be heavy and relaxed. Relax your belly. Relax the sides of your torso. Soften into your chest and lungs. And relax into your heart. Relaxing the heart muscle. Just consciously sending some breath or prana there. And then on a more subtle level through your heart chakra, just doing a little self-check-in if there's anything that you're holding on your heart that you might be able to just let go of. And parallel to that, maybe there's some goodness that you're holding on to, and just taking a moment of appreciation, maybe a little prayer. And begin to take your awareness up to your shoulders, relaxing your collarbones, the tops of your shoulders, down and around your shoulder blades. Relax your upper arms, elbows and forearms, softening into your wrists and hands. Feeling both of your arms to be heavy and relaxed. Taking your awareness to your lower back. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. Feeling all the muscles either side of your spine softening and releasing. Your head is heavy and your face is soft. Relax your jaw, relax your mouth. Your entire body is heavy and relaxed. You feel safe and warm and easily able to slip into a deep state of relaxation. Slowly starting to come back into awareness of your body by wriggling your fingers and toes and rocking your head from side to side. And if you like, rolling over onto your left side before pressing yourself up to sit. Or you can stay lying down and joining in as you feel comfortable. We're going to sing the mantra Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Last time. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Bringing our hands together in prayer position, bowing to offer our respects to each other, and bowing our heads once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to practice.